anxious, looks pretty tense, and with good reason. He's got his man hallway mark 2022. It's lights out and lift off for MotoGP in 2022 in Qatar. On the back start for the pole and Jorge Martin, although big moment. The two wrecks off the back of the third row, 9th. Back to 15th place. Lewis said the two patches of Catties just completely missed the start. Already getting aggressive, getting busy. It's 2020 champ Joan Mir. We know how good Miller on the grid. Yeah, already getting wheel spin on that medium Michelin rear tyre through that tyre torturing turn 11 there. Fabio Quattro just about keeping Jorge Martin at bay, although with the slipstream and the pound of the cat too hard. You would have expected Brad Binder to be behind him, and Paul Espargaro straight away sending a message to his teammate. He ain't no number 2 at Honda. Yeah, Marquez was just in that little bit high, but a little bit more stars. Bastianini's the first of them in 5th. Jack Miller's dropped down 5 places to 9th. Bagnaya's down behind the Yellow in 14th. And Sean Zarco, he's dropped 6 places to 19th. The Ducati group and then attack keeps them alive for the last 6 or 7 laps. That's what's really key. That's what Michelin have told us. That's what so many people told us in the paddock so far this weekend. It's going to be all about the last 6 or 7 laps at 9.53. That's the best lap of the Grand Prix we've seen so far. Fair play to the Italian. It's the only 154 we've seen of the Grand Prix so far. So he's quickly into his groove, having started from the front run last year. Even in 2020, he always found something on Sunday. He had a bit of a sprinkling of the old Valentino Rossi magic, didn't he? He's coming under pressure here though from Joan Mir, that was as good as he had. That was as much pace as he had to qualify 11th on the grid. At the moment, he's finding his pace a little bit too hot at the front. Not rattled by a shocking start. He's starting to pick his way through the pack again now. We were expecting low 55s, potentially high 54s for race pace. Alex Rins on a 154.6, the fastest lap of the race. That was only a 10 faster for the riders ahead. Here comes Joan Mir again, having in the winter as well with their acceleration. They've got that metal throttle connection, they've got more mechanical and electronical grip. And that means that coming off the corner as well, the KTM can dart out of the turn. The pace is dropping off a little bit. Espargaro's knocked it back to a low 155. Now Marquez are already behind Espargaro. They don't need to do anything. They know Espargaro's not getting away here. He's not short the race, still 18 laps to go. Yeah, Alex Rins was the fastest man once again on that last lap. He's running the soft front and the medium rear tyre. Expect him to come good in the end of the race. A little bit wide there for Joan Mir. And Marco Bezzecchi, I'm not sure if there was a mistake recently from the Australian, but not going according to plan at all for Jack Miller. It didn't go his way here in the 2 Qatar races last year, of course. Nor he not able to outdrag a Suzuki down this 1 kilometre start finish straight. Brad Binder's got past Marc Marquez crucially as well. Brad Binder up into 2nd place. That is not what we expected to be safe. Bastianini's having another look this time. His punishment and then try and recover lost place. So Binder didn't have to work for that one, but he's up into 2nd and looking strong. There's a Bastianini straight on the back of Marc Marquez as well. He looks like he really wants to get on with this, doesn't he? Frankie Morbidelli on his factory Yamaha start in 2022. He's down in 17th place. He's been pushed out of the point scoring place. The fully fit Frankie Morbidelli as well now they're kind of there. Bastianini saw it last year. Pecco Bagnaia actually lost the chance of a victory when he ran it hot at the first corner in the Grand Prix of Qatar last year. So it's an easy mistake to make. Simon Down, give some thoughts. Action so far from him. He made a brilliant launch off the line from 6th place on the grid. He's been happy to make the front running here, of course. There's been missed opportunities, hasn't there, in the past, and Paul Espargaro's been so tantalisingly close. He's 2 seconds even behind Ralph Fernandez at the back of the field. There is clearly some sort of issue with the 43 Ducati. And Joan Mir, who we expected to go forwards, is going backwards. That's Alex Espargaro picking him off. Yeah, Mir's going to get, fortunately, has entered the gravel track. Oh, Jack Miller doesn't have a lot of luck, does he, here in Qatar? Remember when that seat worked loose a few years ago? Then last year, I remember it in the only Grand Prix, he had a mystery vibration of the year to ensure that he's putting himself at the forefront of the mind of the Ducati management for that coveted factory seat next year. It's been knees and elbows and hands all going between these two, right on their tails. Well, at the early stage of this Qatar Grand Prix, I don't think anybody would have thought pre-season that Paul Espargaro and Brad Binder and Ian Bastianini would be holding the top 3 places with world champ Allison. Jack Miller storms out the back of the factory Ducati garage. Clearly there's been a problem that was not of his doing, totally out of his hands, not the way he wanted to kick off. Conditions, they can't really run the soft, they just can't get the performance out of it. But Binder running comfortably in 2nd place, Bastianini just on his tail, and the top 4, the only riders able really to run bringing down the pace is hotting up. Paul Espargaro set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, right behind him Binder bettered that, and then a late Espargaro, who's always been confident in his race pace on the factory Aprilia. The pace then dropped to a 1 for their riders this year. They've certainly made it a more rider friendly, a bit more margin for error on that RC213, but sadly that's Alex Marquez's 3rd crash of the weekend. His opening Grand Prix of 20. They made a step forward in the Mandalika test, but we never thought that we'd see Brad Binder not just running 2nd, but keeping Paul Espargaro in the lead, well and truly within range. Paul Espargaro right now looks everything and the name Bastianini. They all exchange 54-7. The yellow flag's out again in sector 1. We'll keep an eye on that.
Miguel Oliveira looks like he's dropping down the time screen. It's the case.
Tough as well, far from the ideal start for Oliveira, kicking in while he's down, of course, and his teammate Binder locked in the fight for the victory, still hunting down Polisbargo.
Yeah, this is really in the podium battle, but is he just holding fire at the moment and keeping his powder dry in fourth place, or does he have more to offer?
And what's pretty clear is the improvements that we knew had come from HRC. We're going to have to look at that one on the replay. They can't believe it. What a disastrous night for the Ducati Lenovo team. Jack Miller already out, and bitterly frustrated and angry, and now Pecco Bagnaia, he runs over.
What a disastrous opening night for Ducati. Nothing Jorge Martin could do. He was just being overtaken into turn one and found himself being scooped up into the gravel trap. Polisbargo, look, he's lost
2003. It's been a start to 2022 they'll want to forget very, very quickly. No Miller in action, no Bagnaia in action. Jorge Martin, the poleman, wiped out by Pecco Bagnaia. He really unruly Honda. Really did spit him and chew him up last season, but Polisbargo looking so good. So strong at the front of this Grand Prix still.
Let's quickly get a tech observation from Simon.
Give it full power in the beginning till they settle in, just to get in your race position. Then switch it down to lower power to do the race.
Yeah, we know that. We saw it to Magello last year, but Bastianini he sweeps on through and engaged it again. He knew he had to make that move. You can see Polisbargo just started with a bit of daylight at the front. He runs
back with the Grassini team, who of course have gone fully independent once again for this season. Bastianini now has clear tarmac ahead of him. He's got a second of tarmac to try and make up. Can he now close the gap on Polisbargo? And crucially,
well, this is of course the proven Ducati from last year. It was a motorcycle thing we've never seen since they came to the championship back in 2003. They're armed with data from 2 races here. Bastianini is still wringing his neck, he's still riding out of his skin. Absolutely awesome. Find a way to get back on Polisbargo though, who still leads by about 1.3 seconds
back at it over the course of the rest of the lap. And how big a role is tyre choice going to play as the Grassini team urge their man on? Bastianini across the line, he does close the gap. He was slower on the lap over.
How many times did he come from so far back? He's just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A 1:54.3, very much game on here now in Qatar. Polisbargo was quickly being reeled in here. Well, the impression
for Griffin, these closing 5 laps of the race, and this is a symbol of just how competitive and just how deep the talent pool is in MotoGP. The first Grand Prix of the 2022 season.
It's going through the minds right now with the likes of Pecco Bagnaia and Jack Miller. This is the bike they rode so brilliantly well last year. They're both out of this Grand Prix. The bike that they gave up last season, not through choice, it need to be rash.
A little bit of a shake from the nose of that Honda for Polisbargo as he came round turn 14, but here as well as expecting it to happen, and then Bastianini then pulls out of the coming straight past Polis for the final podium position. The Suzuki Challenge just hasn't materialised. Mir and Rins running solidly in the low 455s. They are closing in. Mir's closing in on the back of Marc Marquez, so we could see those two.
Well, he runs in hard, and that looks like it might be victory hopes over. Still on course for a potential top 3. A great way to start the year, but Anaya, Bastianini.
What an incredible podium we're potentially staring at. 3 laps to go as they come across the line now. Brad Binder has just kept himself in the fight. He's not faded like we thought he might. With those medium tyres, there's
nothing left in that soft rear tyre. You have Twitch going into turn 4, Twitch coming out of it as well. There is Nadia Padaviani, the Grassini Racing MotoGP team Principati.
Absolutely. This was a circuit that historically has never suited KTM. As mentioned, they've never been in the top 6 here in a MotoGP race. For Brad Binder,
and then hoping he can manage it towards the latter stages of the Grand Prix. It hasn't quite worked out, although at the moment he's hanging on to the podium. He's coming under pressure though from his older brother, Polisbargo. So Polisbargo actually might lose the 8th spot and drop back down to 9.
Absolutely, he's chasing in opening night for the reigning world champion. One of the battles that I think we will be seeing on this
estimate just what a special moment this will be in the history of the MotoGP World Championship. Fausto Vizzini was one of the most long-serving and loyal members of this mode, because Anaya Bastianini has just over 5.3 kilometres to go between himself and the most emotional of Grand Prix victories here in Qatar.
Yeah, Brad Binder too is up to close in the 5th position.
You can see there the team views on the left-hand side of your picture. Anaya Bastianini now coming through this second sector. I don't think Brad Binder's going to be close. I can fight for the championship on this bike. I'm not sure too many people believed him on that Euro motorcycle, but here he goes, on course, well set to win the opening Grand Prix here in Qatar.
Binder's closing in.
Wow, Binder is closing, and now Bastianini's going to be careful here. They come out the final corner. Surely on course for a famous victory. The big...
The most memorable Grand Prix in MotoGP history. 15 and a half long years ago since Goscinny last on the top step of the podium in MotoGP, and Enea most quite unquestionably.
But after all the pre-season promise, after all their strong points, this weekend in terms of race pace, not what he was expecting, and likewise for this man, Maverick Vinales, who's been a two-time
Miguel Oliveira crashing out in the first half of the Grand Prix. And a word for the two rookies, of course, on KTM machinery. We had a four-way battle between the rookies for the final point in the end, involving the two at 10-3 on KTM. Zip there as the MotoGP World Championship leader. He takes the victory on the opening night by 0.3 of a second from Brad, edging Alex Rins, with Sean Zarco tipping the world champion Fabio Quartararo for 8th. Takaki Nakagami completes the top 10 and final world championship point. Darren Binder, Fabio Di Gianantonio and Ralph Pecco Bagnaia, last year's pole man.